Hey guys, MD Prepper here. Another tactical weapons review. This is the United Cutlery M48 Tactical Tomahawk, which you're going to find out there a lot. This is one of the more popular tomahawks. I've had this one for a while. Got it from Bud K, like I do a lot of other stuff because they're close to home, for about 35 bucks, I think is what I paid for it, my discounts and all that. Great tomahawk overall. I've used it somewhat in the backyard and all that. Not much yet. Not a lot of wear and tear on it, as you can see. But one of the most popular tomahawks out there in the Tacti-Cool category. Very lightweight, very handy. Love this a lot. We'll talk about the sheath here in a minute. It's okay. There's a preview there. Let's put that out of the way. Let's go through the stats on this thing. It is 3CR13 stainless steel. It has an 8-inch head on it here. That's about 8 inches. And about a 4-inch cutting edge on it, which is good enough for general purpose. Are you going to be chopping down any giant oak trees? Well, only if you got the time. But for general purpose out in the woods, camping, survival, or any kind of tactical uses that you may need for a tomahawk, this is definitely going to get the job done and certainly worth the money. Again, I paid about 35 bucks for it. I think the standard rate's about 40, give or take. Talked about the head here. Overall length is 15 inches from top to bottom. The handle on this thing is 30% reinforced fiberglass and nylon. So 30% fiberglass in this handle. So this is going to take a hell of a beating. Let's go ahead and start top to bottom here. Let's talk about the head. Axe head, very sharp. Amazingly sharp compared to most of my other tomahawks. And I'll do reviews on those at some point. Very sturdy. Got a nice sharp point here on the bottom for any kind of sweeping type tactical defensive uses. Not that I intend to ever get into something like that, because I'd rather shoot something from a distance. Don't let them get that close, but they do the job. Hooking a weapon, something like that, an arm away. It's okay. That's perfectly fine. Got 3 holes cut through the top here just for weight considerations, which is fine. There's no flat edge here like there is on the SOG Fast Hawk for hammering and stuff like that. I kind of wish that was a little more flattened out and whatnot. But on the plus side, the handle here comes up in a little arc, if you see it there, hopefully, which is going to add some extra strength and reinforcement when you're beating this thing to death, trying to chop off some zombie heads or whatever the heck you're trying to do. So the hammer side, I didn't think was the biggest benefit of the Fast Hawk. Might have been nice here, but I wouldn't miss it, and I don't. Backside, the spike. This thing is sharp as hell. You could brain somebody with this very easily. Doing a lot of things with that. I'd probably use that for my defensive edge. So, very, very sharp. False edges on both sides, here and here. You could sharpen the top here very, very easily and turn that into a sharp edge. You may not want to, but it's available. Had to punch through anything in particular, this will get the job done easily without much work. Of course, it has M48 Hawk stamped into it and United on the other. There's the M48 skull there. Hopefully you can see that. That's a lot of the other M48 stuff with a couple of thunderbolts behind it, or lightning bolts rather, not thunder. Let's see. Not full tang, of course. Tang comes down to right there. If you can see that. You got 3 rivets there, holding it in. Got a little slight swell here just to keep your hand from sliding around no matter what you're doing with it. If you're doing some finer work either side, or if you're holding it from this end, it's going to get the job done. Got a little lanyard hole here at the bottom, you know, for a cordage, that sort of thing. Ripping on this is decent. Could it be better? Well, yeah, but again, you're dealing with reinforced nylon, so how much you expect. Could you wrap this in tennis grip tape or something like that, medical tape, to get a better grip on it? Of course you could. Cordage, paracord, something like that. Those are all going to do fine. I have not done that. I have not seen the need. Again, I've only owned this through the winter, so my hands aren't that sweaty out these days. So maybe in warmer temperatures I may want to do that. But we'll see about that. If I do so, well, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, I think this is about the perfect size for a tomahawk. Not too big, not too small. I'd say this one's just right. You've already seen my review of the SOG Fast Hawk And at some point you're going to see my review of the Trench Hawk from Cold Steel, which is definitely bigger than this, which has some benefits and some hits to it, but I think this is probably the overall best sized little black tactical style tomahawk you're going to pick up that I've seen so far. I think they make these in a OD green, the Ranger type color that has a compass with it and all that, for a good bit more. I don't know if I'd pay that. I like this one just fine. I'll stick with what I know. And now let me show you this compared to the SOG Fast Hawk, which these things have to have been made in the same plant or a plant across the street from one another, just based on looking at the things. Both, of course, made overseas. Can't remember exactly if they're China or Taiwan. Let me check real quick, guys. Sorry about that. China mark blade. Anyway, here's the Fast Hawk compared. So notably smaller, notably shorter. This is going to be a good little packing hawk, like I said in my last review. But you put these things side to side, looking at the grips on them. Again, I have a hard time believing, especially looking at the rivets there, that these were not made, if not in the same plant, at least by the same designer. The quality of the sheaths is also almost identical, just one's bigger and one's smaller. So let's move on and talk about the sheath once I get the Fast Hawk out of the way. It's okay. Not the best sheath in the world, not the worst. I've had a lot worse, and we'll show you some reviews on that at some point. Got 4 snaps here on the bottom. Not the easiest to get out, but it's secure enough. Okay, this is going to get the job done. Cordura, quite heavy overall. You see that there? Of course, it says M48 Hawk there, United Cutlery. Not a lot of options on the back side, just one belt loop or a loop for putting on your pack, something like that. That's fine. This is well stitched in, very, very sturdy, not going anywhere. Even in the apocalypse. Would it wear out eventually? Well, yeah, but everything's going to wear out eventually. So this is fine. Not my favorite, but it's fine. It's functional. Just not going to be able to pull it out maybe as quick as I want. So anyway, M48 Tactical Tomahawk from United Cutlery. A big seller on Bud K and other websites. I like it. I like it a lot. If I'd have one Tomahawk for beater purposes, this would probably be the one. And I've got several other Tomahawk reviews coming up. Again, have not used this a whole lot because I've been busy with work and everything like that, but little work this thing has done has proven tremendous. Held up real well so far. Anyway, guys, MD Prepper, out.